South China Morning Post, 9th of September 2022, Indian and Chinese soldiers pull back from a critical border area. 2 years after border battles strained diplomatic relations, Indian and Chinese forces have started withdrawing from the Gagra Hot Springs border region in the western Himalayas, the Indian government said in a statement on Thursday. India is the only democratic nation invited to the Shanghai Cooperation event, and China is keen to see it happen. The announcement comes ahead of a summit that Chinese President Xi Jinping and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi are anticipated to attend next week in Uzbekistan. India said the pullout was planned and coordinated and intended to maintain border calm. Regarding the most recent deal, an Indian defense source said that the eyeball-to-eyeball contact has ceased, even though both nations still have hundreds of troops stationed along the de facto boundary, also known as the Line of Actual Control, LAC. The troops have disengaged. No one has removed them from induction. The insider, who declined to be identified because they are not authorized to talk to the media, added, "This is the first step towards a calmer LAC." According to China's defense ministry, both sides' forces have begun to retreat in a synchronized and organized way. According to the ministry, this is helpful to preserving peace and tranquility in the border regions. The 3,800 kilometers (2,360 miles) undivided border between India and China was historically maintained by their forces' adherents to established regulations prohibiting the use of any weapons on the border. Since Indian and Chinese forces engaged in combat in the Galwan region of Ladakh in June 2020, top military chiefs from the two nations have met 16 times. Hand-to-hand combat between Indian and Chinese troops resulted in at least 20 deaths, sharply escalating tensions between the two Asian superpowers. China was the one that started this onslaught. To match Chinese deployments, India then placed some 50,000 soldiers along disputed regions in Ladakh, some at elevations above 4,572 meters, 15,000 feet, where a lack of oxygen and icy winter temperatures may prove fatal. In February 2021, Chinese forces demolished dozens of buildings. They moved vehicles to clear away whole camps from the banks of the Pangong Tso Lake in Ladakh as part of a deal between the two nations to withdraw their soldiers, some of whom were stationed close to one another. But this is just a little respite. China intends to keep India involved in the north while she prepares her naval fleets and aircraft carriers for the onslaught from the south.